everyone, welcome back to my channel. Fuera here. I hope that you're all well. This is a very impromptu mini marathon. This is for the man that should be universally loved, the man that I think has the most likable voice in all of K-pop and should just be loved by everybody, alright? Just love him. Stop what you're doing right now and love him. This is a Kyuhyun mini marathon and I am so excited. I feel like there are so many songs of his and performances of his that I am yet to get to, so thank you so much for your recommendations. I really appreciate it. Please have a look at the description below to see what I am including in this. To name a few of those would be Moving On, Coffee, Piano Forest. I mean, the names of some of these songs are interesting. And then some live performances. So the latter half of this reaction video will come to you via a Google Drive link in the description below, because this is Masked Singer and this is Immortal Songs as well. And another song that I'm including in this is called Whale Hunting. Like, what the hell? What a variety of stuff I'm in for, clearly. But let me talk to you about Blah Blah. I saw a tweet and somebody wrote Hyun and his song blah blah, and I thought they were being rude. I kid you not, I thought they were being rude, and there I was on my high horse about to say something to them, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to quickly check to see, because you just never know with K-pop. And I quickly looked it up and I was like, lo and behold, it's a song. And what a song it is. I heard the Japanese version. I actually haven't looked to see. I think this must be the Korean version, but it has a music video. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So thank you for letting me know that this has a music video and also for guiding me for the rest of this reaction as well. I mean, there's no way that I can cover him in just one mini marathon. I think that this will probably need to go on for some time. So this is definitely the place to recommend stuff. Whatever I'm not including in this, drop me a comment below and let me know what else is unmissable, what is your favorite, what I should be listening to. So let's get going with this. Let's not waste any more time. Oh wow, we're gonna get full on story, are we? This is the thing, he has music videos that I just have never seen. That is shocking. I am ashamed of myself. He is so special.
그렇게 준비해 왔었던 말들 설렘만 가득했던 날들 너와의 처음 만남은 이렇게 지나가고.
He has such wonderful control over his voice. I think if I could sing like anybody, I would really love to be able to sing like him. I think no wonder why he finds his own voice pleasing to listen to, because it really is so spectacular. It's very soothing. You get lost in it immediately. He is a wonderful storyteller, and yeah, you just get lost in it. He is perfect. He's so beautiful. There is not even one hair on that face. I don't know what is the point. The way that his voice just grows and grows and grows, I feel like there is no end to that growth. Like he could fill any space. I'd love to do like a scientific experiment with his voice. Just take him to the largest stadiums on this planet and just test it out. I think he does not need a microphone. He has such fantastic control over his voice, and it's not even about volume. It's actually just control, about being able to push a sound from him all the way to the other end of like wherever, however large that space is. There's a trick and a knack for doing that, and that is breath control, diction. He's just so good at all of this. That fake hair cutting is so bad. Is he actually going to be with the girl, or is this him imagining a couple? Oh no, good.
바쁘게 지나버린 바보 같은 내 오늘 밤 너에게 다시 한번 말 걸어본다.
He's so beautiful. He's so soft.
순간순간 널 자세히 바라보았어. 한 모금 자넨 입술이 어떻게 닿는지 아름다워서 가까이 바라본 너의 하나하나.
Look at this acting. So subtle, but so good. My gosh, I would kill to see him in a musical. Really. I just think he'd be absolutely fantastic. Have any of you seen him live in any of his musical performances? Because, yeah, must be one hell of an experience, right? He's just such a complete package. And this unexpected show of that killer forehead is just, some people, everyone has a forehead, clearly, but some people, when they show it, the world comes to an end. And that's kind of like what just happened right here. It's so wow. Look at this, like, little parted lips, the eyes. He's a beautiful actor. I'm gonna squish him. Oh. He still has the cut. His cheeks, like, can we talk about his cheeks? They're just so pokeable, squishable, just everything. I would never want him to ever lose weight. I don't want him to just do anything. Like, I think that the development of his cheeks is probably one of the greatest things that ever happened to him. This is amazing. What? Oh no, don't show us, please. They're not going to show us, are they? I really don't want to see.
이번엔 떨리지 않겠어.
Clearly, I missed all of the signs leading us to that moment. I just wasn't paying attention. I think I was wowed by that voice, the beautiful melody of that song, and by his visual as well. Never did I think that we were going to get to that place. And I'm not sure how comfortable I feel about them ever implying that after everything that happened. You instantly feel that, don't you? Goodness knows how any of you coped with that when that happened. And I just hope that that never happens again to anybody. Whew. That was not something that I was expecting to happen, especially in video 1. That was a really, really beautiful song, and I'm so glad that even though accidentally I came across it, and even though the music video is not one that I will probably be watching again, not until the end anyway, is just, yeah, wow. It's just such a nice song, isn't it? So how many mini albums have there actually been? I've got a lot of catching up to do.
코끝에 스치는 추억
Nice.
바람 그대 향기 날 감싸오는
And the thing is, he'd sing it just like this live.
어디로 이끌리고 있는지 익숙한 바람이 날 떠미네.
The way that the melody has been set does lend you to fall in that trap of wind, isn't it? And the way that wind moves and the way that it feels on you as well. It's just such a mood setter.
한 발 내딛다 뒤돌아본 저 뒤편에선 이제는 낯선 내가 보이고.
This is such a nice tempo for his voice. You get to enjoy every sound. Oh!
손을 내밀다 바람이 부는 날이면.
It's very like wartime. It's reminding me of like wartime kind of songs. And I can just imagine if there had been a music video for it, the way that he would have been dressed, like maybe he'd be going through war, you know, like that kind of a feel to the sound of it. It's just really, really different. I don't think any of the songs I've heard from him so far have been like in this style. It's really fresh.
잔상의 얼룩진 거리를 걷는다. 넌 어디로 이끌리고 있나요? 두근거려 두 눈 질끈 감는다.
Is that it? Oh, thank God, that's not it. Oh.
손을 내밀다 바람 코끝에 스쳐간 추억.
Now, I don't know if it's because he has worked in musicals, but a lot of the stuff that I hear from him sounds very musical. You know, I know there's a real difference between the two styles, but even when he sings in the idol world, he has this musicality in his voice. So you can see how somebody from the idol world like that, with a voice like that, would be taken and put into a musical. It's almost like a real basic audition that he's giving. But I don't know if it's the other way around. Like, is he then going to musical theatre, performing there, taking inspiration from there, and bringing it back to the idol world? Like, which way around is this happening? He's so interesting because you can't really tell which way around it is. I would have thought that actually his beginnings were as an idol, so that idleness, it would be really tough to get rid of. But actually, I feel like that musical side, once he's unlocked that, there's just no getting rid of it. I think that from the moment he appeared in his first musical, he changed. And now he can't sing in any other way. He can't help but emote. He can't help but be like that conductor that I always say that he is. I really love this kind of wartime sound though. Even the instruments sound like they're from that era.
난 어디로 이끌리고 있는지 두근거려 두 눈 질끈 감는다. 바람 소리에 노를 부른다.
I feel really lucky that I know a voice like this because he could sing anything, any style, anywhere, and could sing live and he could do it justice. And he's so versatile, so diverse, so capable, and so humble. Like, my goodness, when he's out and about, you would never in a million years think that he would be capable of that. There is not even an inch of ego. There's an inch of sass, but that's something completely different. And that's more when he's around Super Junior. But I think that if you met him, you'd just never believe that this is the same performer. He's just so interesting. I love this. I really love how an artist can be so different. Like, I think that he has a real clear cut difference between who he is as a person and then who he is as an idol and maybe even who he is as a musical theatre actor. I think they're really distinct different parts, and I love that he knows when and where and how to tap into those, and he has different roles that he plays in everything, right? And I really really enjoy that, and I'm really enjoying getting to know him from day one. So that early stuff that I've been watching is really shaping my now view on him, um, as just one of the best singers in the whole K-pop industry.
꿈이었나 봐 방금 네가 내 어깨를 살며시 도닥이며 잠들 때까지 바라보다 아무 말 없이 나를 끌어안아주던
He literally whispered that to me. That was amazing. Wow, what an experience that was. I just need a moment to like take that in. He literally whispered that to me in my ear. That was beautiful.
그래 우리 오늘 이별할
So
거야
gentle. Look how gentle he's being, yet he's still being very musical. It's just so amazing how much his voice can do. I think that a lot of singers that are just not born with a voice built like Hyun's, they have to like they have to put these tricks in order to sound dynamic. But actually, he's having to dull down his voice to box it up a little bit because his voice is so crazy. It's up, it's down, he's climbing a mountain. He is the wind, he is the sea, he could be anything, right? And he's having to box it up to give us a mood. That is the kind of singer that this man is.
이제 모든 기억 아픈 추억 살아 따스했던 그대 손길 뒤로 한 채 모른 척도 다른 곳을 찾아
I wish he had been the actor in this.
피곤한 눈 비벼가며 그댈 찾던 혹시 어디 다칠까봐 멈춰리던 그런 내가 네 옆에 없을 거야 이제
He is singing that on the back foot. I love the way that this song has been set because he's not driving it forward. He's coming in right at the end of just when the note of the piano is about to fade, his voice comes in. It's like it's dropping in, like that raindrop from the top to the bottom. It's like that, just ever so slightly. And that is so beautiful, very different. I mean, this is the thing. When you're a pro at singing ballads, like the variety in your ballads is going to be crazy too, isn't it? It's not just another ballad. Doesn't it give you that sound of, have you ever heard a song being played backwards? It sounds like that, doesn't it? Such a freaking storyteller. So, because he's now recalling fond memories of this relationship, listen to how warm his voice has become. It was a little bit colder just now. And now he's being romantic. In your mind, you can think, right, I'm going to sing this romantically or with a lot of hurt and with a lot of pain. But for the listener to actually pick up on that, there's a different a slight difference of emotion behind every single line, and the fact that you as a listener are able to pick that up, he is just an absolute born to be singer, but just such a professional. He really studies his songs, it looks like.
시간이 지나 좀 더 깊어지려 할 때 한 소절씩 읊어가도 나의
I love this. The way the snow is lifting, do you know what I mean? The song does give you that whole feel of it's going backwards.
피곤한 눈 비벼가며 그댈 찾던 혹시 어디 다칠까봐 맘졸이던 그런 내가 네 옆에 없을 거야 이젠 그러니 마음 굳게 먹어야 해 그대 있잖아 습관에 흔들려선 안 돼
He just sounds so broken.
싶어도 약해지면 절대로 안 돼 무던하게 버텨야만 해 쉽지 않을 거 잘 알잖아 금세 지나갈 거야 소나기처럼 피곤한 눈 비벼가며 그댈 찾던 혹시 어디 다칠까봐 맘졸이던 그런 내가 네 옆에 없을 거야 이젠 그러니 마음 굳게 먹어야 해 그대
He gives you everything that you want, that push that you want, that like force that you want, but not force as in you just don't want to be belted at, right? You want that emotion. You can feel that push from his voice to your chest. Like I really felt like I was under the weight of that emotion. He is just such a powerful emoter. Like, how are you ever supposed to survive when KRY exists? Like, when you look at them individually, they are so incredibly powerful, and you bring the three of them together. Like, how is anyone even supposed to survive being a fan? Like, they just constantly try to kill you all the time. That ending was beautiful. I definitely wanted him to push through everything, all of those lines, and he did. And it sounded so good. Don't cry. Why is this 1 minute 47?
Yeah. 7 nights too. Here we go.
What?
새롭게 시작되는 시간 다시 함께 여기 세나 Yeah, it's so true. 7 nights too. 모두 기다렸던 시간이 시작됐어 now. 새롭게 시작되는 세상
Where's the rest of the song? Why is this 1 minute 47 seconds?
함께 모여서 싸우세나 Yeah, it's so true. 7 nights too. Oh, I know you gotta
You know when I say that I look for age-appropriate stuff from him, I mean like stuff a little bit like this. He can definitely be marketed like this. He sounds amazing, doesn't he? He doesn't always need to be singing ballads. He can be singing stuff that's hip and current. Maybe it's not something that he wants to do, which is absolutely fine. Fair enough. It is your voice. It is your career, your life. You can do whatever you want. But you can't tell me that this is not good, right?
더 빨라지는 나의 심장 화려한 스킬로 싸워 압도하는 전장 난 높이 올라가 더
Oh
높이
my God.
올라가 난 끝이 없이 싸워
I never
나가
thought I'd see this day.
두려워하지 말고 운명에 맞서 싸워 이 이야기는 우리 손에 달려서 come on
This is
이
unbelievable.
이야기 계속돼 너와 나는 모두 전설 속의 hero 새롭게
Wow.
시작되는 시간 다시 함께 여기 세나
Can I give half of the credits of this to Shindong? Can I please do that? Because the way that this has been filmed is fantastic. It is showing Kyuhyun in a new light. Like, this is a fresh idol. And I tell you, it's not cringe. Even if it's out of his comfort zone, not something that he usually explores or does, he looks completely at ease, and that's the actor in him. And that environment that Jung created, right? Dude, why? To be honest, I am nothing but sad that he's given us a little taster of this and then just disappeared. I am just so sad that he has given us a taster of this and then disappeared back into the world of ballads. So beautifully sung. I feel like this second mini album is probably full of all of these sorts of songs that I'm really going to love. I think I need to make a mental note to revisit this entire album because it's sounding to me like the songs are quite vague. They're all in a certain style and they're really just really showcasing his voice very nicely. I mean, every song does showcase his voice very nicely, but in the way that I would like. I think I'm really realizing, I think once I said that Dong had grown up around all of these really strong performers and really like unique sounds, and he could have kind of chosen to take a little bit of everyone and pieced it together and become this complete self, but he never chose to do that. He kind of chose to go in his own direction, like his own path. And he doesn't sound like any of the other members in Super Junior. And the thing is that Kyuhyun being the youngest and actually being the last addition in the group, I just wonder sometimes, like, what were his inspirations? Because he definitely seems like the Kyuhyun from day one. It's like everything that he was heading towards, he has gone and achieved and done and ticked off his list. His voice has grown in the exact direction that it should have done. And I just don't know, like, at what point do you not take any of the noise in? You know what I mean? Like, personality wise, is he quite head screwed on, really straightforward, very focused? Because I think sometimes I can't really tell with him. Being the youngest, he plays up, he's naughty, he's savage, he's doted on a lot. But personality wise, like, I don't know if I really get him, if I really know who the real Kyuhyun is. Because it's hard when you're in an industry that is moving towards noise and you're moving towards this area of sound. Do you know what I mean? It is so different. And he's definitely made a very strong place for himself in the industry. But yeah, I hear stuff like this and I'm thinking, this guy is actually, despite what I say about ballads, and despite what I say about him always sticking to that, actually it's quite unique. It really is. 달빛이 물든 밤하늘 날아서
숲을 지나 건네
Beautiful.
조용한
Compose his own songs.
바람 불어와 그리워
I think like listening to songs that he's composed would help me to know him more.
우리
Or like lyrics
추억이
that he's written
이
maybe.
노래처럼 그때처럼 흐르네 빨갛게 물든 옷솔길 따라서 그리움 가득 머금고 날아서
See what I mean? The lyrics are vague and he's really showing us his voice, but I want to know what he thinks. Do you know what I mean? Like, tell me, stop what you're doing right now and drop me a comment below and name me some songs where he has actively participated in some sort of lyric writing, composing, putting his thoughts together. I just want to see what he has to say. And I know that a huge part, obviously, of every song is the performer, and everything that is written or composed for him, he brings to life. So he plays a huge part in it. But it's slightly different when it comes straight out of your mind. It's slightly different, isn't it?
여전히 입가에 맴돈 한마디 말 반가워 인사하고 달빛이 물든 밤하늘 날아서 꽃내음 가득이 길을 걸으며 그대의 귓가에 전해질 동화 속에 피아노 숲을 지나 건네 바람이 부는 꿈속을 날아서 그대와 걷던 그 길에 머물러 마침내 말하지 못한 한마디 말 사랑에 기다렸어 별빛이 걸린 밤하늘 날아서 꽃내음 가득 그 길을 걸으며 그대의 귓가에 전해질 동화 속에 피아노 숲을 지나 안녕
I love that he doesn't always build it in the most obvious way. The builds in his songs sometimes just come from the vowel placements and the way that his mouth just widens and the more teeth that he shows. It's nice because what he has such a powerful voice, and what he could do naturally is just start to belt and take away any of the air that he has in his voice. But he doesn't do that. This is what I mean, that down to these smallest details that you as a listener might not even pick up on, he's actively thinking about all the time when he's putting together songs. And that's why not every song sounds the same. Do you know what I mean? Because he could just be recreating the same sort of a ballad again and again and again, and you'd be like, oh, he always sings this. But actually, when you really take the moment to listen to what he's doing, you realize actually he's doing something slightly different every single time. And that's really clever. That's somebody who is, I would almost say, like classically trained, but I can't believe that he comes from the idol world, you know, because you have such a vision of somebody that comes from the idol world. But actually, I would think that he was, I don't know, like an opera singer or something. I think I've said that before, that he has the quality to be able to yodel. So like a different quality, not necessarily like an idol singing quality.
커피만 시킨 채 너는 관심 없어 봄볕 내리던 탁자에 괜한 날씨 얘기와 같이 싫어하던 친구 소식도 꺼냈지 네 맘은 딴 곳인데 그 사람 얘기에 이제서야 웃는 너를
He can change his voice without any special effects. This is crazy. Like, he doesn't need any sort of production on his voice. This is just mad. How can somebody do that? That is pure vocal control. Now, my only problem with him and these sorts of songs is that he's not the lead in the song. Like, why would you have somebody that looks the way that he does and then not use them as the lead? Like, I really don't like this disconnect between the story and the music video and the performer.
차가운 커피잔에 커피잔에 그 커피잔에 아무런 향기가 없어 쓴 한 방울조차 요즘 멍 때리는 너를 보면 그 커피잔에 커피잔에 난 없어 심각한 얼굴로 할 말이 있다 하면 너는 어떤 표정 지을까 고민하지만 너의 편한 사람
The way that he delivers to you a song and a message, which is actually really simple, is just so beautiful. It's just wonderfully like wrapped, you know, like he puts all the, imagine having a present, you could just put wrapping paper on it and give it to the other person and they would probably find just as much joy in it. What he does is he puts ribbons on it and little like curly pieces of ribbon, and then there'll be some like bows on it, something like, you know, he just puts these extra little touches on things, extra warmth, extra roundedness on everything, that you feel the effort. You are like, you can't help but think, wow, this is not just another singer. This is somebody who is really special. Like even singing something so simple, you can see that, you can hear that.
조금씩 시들해진 우리 세상과 복잡해진 너의 하루 아무도 모르게 난 변했는데
이놈 인기는 실수를 몰라. 다들 이쁜 걸 알아가지고 그치?
좋겠네.
너 뭐 먹을래? 딸기 맛 좋아하니까 이게 딸기 같다.
아 됐어, 나 안 먹어.
왜 이거 싫어? 딴 거 줄까? 뭐 포도 맛도 있어.
야, 나 안 먹는다고.
왜 화를 내?
화 안 했어.
지금 그거 화났다고 하는 거야.
아니. 말 실수했어. 아 그러니까 너가 의리가 없잖아, 의리가.
You're in a library. Can you be quiet?
차가운 커피잔에 커피잔에 그 커피잔에
I love how much control he's showing in his voice during this song.
아무런 향기가 없어 쓴 한
I think with a voice like his, naturally, you would want that build, but I feel like we're not going to get that in this.
그 커피잔에 커피잔에 난 없어 당신은 도대체 누구시길래
Wow.
이 밤을 꼬박 새워 눈물로
The way that that sound is coming out of his nose and how it's bright, it's bright, but it's not sharp, you know, it's just so beautiful. This is the same guy that climbs mountains.
커피잔에 네 맘에 그 커피잔에
I always look forward to his ad-libs.
소식은 한 방울 더 요즘 멍 때리는 너를 보면 그 커피잔에 커피잔에 나는 없어
Did he win? Did he win that? Please tell me that he won. I think, yeah, I don't know about doing justice to the songs. I haven't heard the original, but I think that that was probably a really good interpretation, a really strong presentation of the song. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I loved listening to Kyuhyun doing that, it excites me about the original more than anything. Thank you so much for all of these recommendations. What a journey I've been on today. I think I've gotten to know him a little bit more of his experimental side. But I'm yet to know him properly, you know, like his creative side. Um, so I'll wait to hear from you what you have to say about that, because it may well be that a lot of what I have seen is him. Um, but yeah, I'm intrigued. Talk to me about these songs, about these performances. What are your favorites? What else is left for me to listen to? What is unmissable? Like this. I think that this performance was probably unmissable. I think the more that I go on and watch it, I mean, I can't even if I go on about Sung and his Chaos Smith cover or his Wherever You Are cover, I feel like that this is that moment for Kyuhyun in me, in my journey with him and with Super Junior. Like, this is that moment. This is that cover that I will keep on going back to. My only problem with it is that I can't see his face. I would love to be able to see his face whilst he's performing this, because you just get the full feel of the song, the desperation. You get to look into his eyes. But yeah, that was really, really impressive. Thank you so much for joining me for that reaction. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe to my channel for lots more content. Like the video if you liked it, of course. And until I see you next time, take care. Stay safe. Bye.